I feel on top of the world. I feel like I'm falling in the ground and I'm gonna die. I am so successful. I'm a failure. I feel so happy and energized and great. I feel like a failure. I feel like crap. I feel depressed. These are all different phrases we have all used one time or another. Everyone, welcome to another blog video. Change it up a bit there, hey? Yeah, well, this video deals a lot with words and phrases, so I thought I'd start off the video that way. You know, when it comes to phrases, it can paint a situation for better or worse. Like, I could say, I had a great day today, or I could just say I had an okay day today. And really, whether it was great or good could be totally different to how actually the situation was, right? If I said something goes great, but in my mind I'm saying it sucks, you know, there's a disconnect there, and I'm telling my brain that it's not great. So in this video, I'm going to show you how just a slight change in the words you use can help you lead to more success and more positivity. And I'm not saying positivity like, oh, avoid all bad situations. No. I'm saying positivity in a way that helps you perceive the situation in a more beneficial and action-taking way. Because if you, for example, just say, I can't do anything, I suck, then that's a disabler. That's not really helping you. But if you say something like, I did really, really bad, but I can come back stronger, that's going to help you. So that's what I'm trying to say when using the right words. So I'll give a couple examples. So the first one is, let's say you're applying for a job interview and you don't get the job that you thought you were going to get. And you tell yourself, I am a failure. You are not a failure. Maybe you failed in the sense that you didn't get the job you wanted. Okay, that's failing, right? But you yourself are not a failure. It's just one situation. It's one instance. Why would you tell yourself you're a failure? When you do that, you're telling your brain that you as a person are a failure, and you're not going to help yourself get any better. So why do that? Instead, say, I failed, but I'm going to come back stronger. I'm going to update my resume, and I'll be back. And that way, yes, it stings that you failed, but you're coming back stronger. And the next one is, imagine you're dealing with someone and they tell you that, oh, you're a horrible person, you suck. Well, I mean, in this situation, I hope you're really not a horrible person. But for the most case, you're probably not a horrible person. They're just saying that, right? Because they could be angry, or it could be something. It's just what you did for that particular situation might warrant them using the word horrible. But really, you're not a horrible person. You just did one bad thing. And there's ways that you can say, hey, this I'm a horrible person, but maybe I should talk to them and work this through. And really, that's probably what it is. You're not actually a horrible person. And if you ingrain that in your head, you will start thinking you're a horrible person, when really, it's just one situation that someone else mentioned and you can easily fix. But like I said, there are times where you might be a horrible person and you might need to change yourself, but that's not what this video is about. So the next one is, say you want to try something new, right? And someone asks you, hey, do you want to try this new thing? And immediately you say, I don't know if I can do that. I've never done that. If you do that, you're not giving yourself any opportunity to even succeed. You're telling your brain right away, you're shutting it down that we can't do this. No. Mr. Brain, we're not doing this. Instead, say, I don't know how to do this, but I'm interested, I'm motivated, and I'm going to find a way. And again, don't get me wrong, it's very natural to say I can't do this, but immediately flip it and say, I don't know how to do this, but I'm going to find a way. And it's natural to have these doubts of ourselves. It still happens to me all the time, but I quickly flip it and say, okay, I'll say, oh, that's new, I don't know how to do it. But then in my head, I'm like, nope, we're going to find a way though. So you always got to find a way. Those are the three ways that are three common situations where it really shows that just a slight change in that wording can benefit you so much and lead to more happier, to more success. And I also want to say that, don't get me wrong, when you're choosing these words, the last thing you want to do is substituting words that hide from the reality. For example, say someone says, okay, you really need to improve handling your anger, and you just say, I'm not an angry person, I'm a happy person, when really you kind of are applying the rule of using right and positive words, but you're hiding from the reality of the situation, right? You clearly could have issues with anger, or lashing out at people. So be be very careful when choosing these words, okay? Choose words that help you, kind of give you action, right? Like, say, for in this situation, if someone says like you have issues with anger, you could say to yourself, yes, I do have issues with anger, but I know I'm a good person, and I'm gonna find a way to work this through, right? So choose words that benefit you, help you take action, but never hide or suppress the reality of the situation. And again, I've used phrases here, right? Phrases. But you don't have to use exactly what I said. I'm just trying to show you that there's always ways you can flip words around and help you take more action. Take more action, not hide from the reality, but take action, look at the reality, and come back stronger and more positive and more successful. And it's so much better that way, because think about it. Like, if you do something and you feel like, oh, I suck at this, when really you probably don't even suck. You just didn't do well, and maybe it's just a learning experience for you, and you gotta come back stronger and come back more. So be careful with the words that you choose. You never want to choose words that make the situation worse than it is, and you don't want to choose words that suppress the reality of the situation, because that's worse. I want you to replace words, but if it comes at the expense of hiding from your reality and suppressing issues, no, don't do that. Do and choose words that help you take action despite the difficulty of the reality. Because if you do this, you'll live a more positive life, not only inside, but in your work, in your family, in your relationships, and everything. And it's just a small change in wording. That's all it takes. And I hope you guys really get some value from this video, because I've certainly gained so much value from just changing my words, and I hope you can as well. Thank you.